PTE speaking templates, are they really banned? What has happened after August 7th, 2025? What kind of templates can I still use? What kind of templates are absolutely banned? Meaning if I use them, there would be a human intervention. Well, if you're bombarded with all these questions, then trust me, today's video is the one gives you full insights on the PTE speaking templates, the only one that works in 2025. Want to make most out of this video? Make sure you watch the video till the end. Hey everybody, Nakul here from SKILLS PTE ACADEMIC. Really hope everybody is doing fantastic. I'm back with yet another super awesome per-packed video on the PTE speaking templates, the only one that works in 2025. Well, before we get into the video, if you're not subscribed to this channel, kindly click on the subscribe button anytime you need online assistance. It's a paid assistance. The WhatsApp link is in the description of this video. Recently, we released our 4 official ebooks. The last one was about PTE essay writing. All the ebooks are in the description of this video as well. Recently, we launched our AI portal, which almost mirrors the scoring that you get in the main exam. You can log into www.skillsptewithnakul.com, buy a plan and start practicing in our portal to get exact scores, the one that you get in the main exam. Last but not least, we released our spelling, vocabulary, collocation and grammar, the app that focuses on all these things, called Skills Pro AI. The link for Android and iPhone are in the description of this video as well. Alright, without any further delay, let's straight away get right into the PTE speaking templates, the only one that works in 2025. When we talk about templates, yes, templates are banned. Probably from August 7th, 2025, there was a circulation that henceforth templates cannot be used if the software detects anomalies, meaning it detects that you're trying to fool the software. It will flag it for the review, and human intervention will happen if the person decides that you have spoken something which is not correct, which is not accepted. The fluency in content will be made 0 manually. Well, this was the recent update that happened 3-4 months back. So in this video, we will just see how accurate is this with respect to the modules that have templates. The modules that have templates are describe image, retell lecture, respond to situation and summarize group discussion, read aloud and repeat sentence. You don't have templates. So remaining 4 modules I will be explaining now using the old templates, the templates that have been banned, and the templates that actually give you good scores using our newly launched AI portal. Alright, on my right hand side I've got the old template. The given image represents a beautiful image. There must have been a popular debate about the information given in the image, whether it is true or false, but the information given in the image appears to be true. From the image, this template that we were using previously, let me just put that to test. Let me open a random question. The area graph I'm opening, and I'll just click skip. The given image represents a beautiful image. There must have been a popular debate about the information, whether it is true or false, but the information provided in the image appears to be true. From the image, it is clear that the topic given is not very common, and hence it can be said that there is maximum and the minimum. In the end, the lecture or the image gives many information, such as the one that is given in the image. So I've spoken for 20 seconds. I was just randomly speaking. I did not speak anything with respect to the image. What would be the ideal behavior from the AI? Let's check it out. Alright, it's giving the content as 1.8, 1.5 to 1.8. So in the mock test, when you take anything below 2 would be directly made 0 with respect to your fluency in content. The AI is saying that yes, you have spoken something generic with respect to the image, but you're not pinpointing the keywords, and explaining, as a result marks has gone down. So this is not the way to do it. 100% yes, because whatever you have spoken is not at all relevant to the picture. This used to work before, but not anymore, especially when the content is made to 6 marks. I saw in so many websites the content is still 5 marks. No, the content is not 5, the content is now 6. Correct? Getting 5 out of 6 is different from getting 6 out of 6. So if you use this kind of image, the marks will be very less, meaning out of 100 probably are getting 25 to 30 and not more than that. So this is not the way you do it. Now we move on to the next template, where people put some keywords but don't expand them, because they want a very easy way to do. They'll just put 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 to 8 keywords I'll use. I think I'll get more marks. You may get more marks in some of the websites, but in exam you should not. Probably 3.2 out of 6, meaning out of 100 just 50, not more than that. If you need 88 speaking or 70 speaking, 100% not possible. Let's put that to test. What I'll do is, I've got the image gives information about, I'll read the title. Keywords such as, I'll pick 3 keywords. Image also talks about more keywords, such as I'll pick 3 keywords, and then I'll just add one line at the bottom. So I'm just starting to do this. All right, I'll talk about India's growth since independence. Three keywords: literacy rate, life expectancy, GDP per capita, and then keywords 1950, 1970, 1990. All right, let's start. The image gives information about India's growth since independence. Keywords such as literacy rate, life expectancy, and GDP per capita are spoken in the image. Image also talks about more keywords such as 1950, 1970, 1990. In the end, image says there are some keywords which are very crucial to the picture. I was just trying to escape from conveying more information about the picture. Well, we will see what marks will it give. The AI has been coded in a way that it gives the similar score that one would get in the exam. 3.5 out of 6, approximately 50 to 55 out of 100, and not more than that. Remember, it's not for 5. You're thinking 3.5 is very high. No, it's not for 5. For 5, it would be 2.8. So yes, you have spoken some keywords, but you're not expanding it. This is what the score guide says. You can check in the score guide. Just pointing at the keywords and not expanding it will result in anywhere between 3 to 3.5. This is what is given, and that's how we have coded. You speak perfectly by expanding the keywords, you would get 5.3. Otherwise, it's 3.2 or anywhere between 2.5 to 3.5. It varies depending on what kind of keywords you have given. This is not the way you do this. Again, marks will go down. So what kind of templates are allowed? Any kind of template you use, it's not the template, it's the content. Content, how you should speak, you should explain something about the image. 3 key content, not just keywords. Probably I'll talk about in 1950 what happened. In 1950, the literacy rate was very low. However, life expectancy was slightly up, and GDP per capita with a value of over 50. Then I talk about 1970. Then I talk about 1990. At least 3 key parts, key content you identify and speak with no fumbles, you get marks. You don't do this just putting keywords. Probably it's not the right way to do. The next is Retell lecture. What templates we can still use and get more marks? Let's check it out. All right, I'm going to open this Barnum effect. I've already taken the notes. Let's say these are the 4 sentences exactly as it is. 1, 2, cracked open a fortune cookie in a Chinese restaurant. It refers to the tendency of people to accept weak statements. It's a very short audio. I've taken whatever I can, probably a little longer sentences, 2 long sentences, 1 very small sentence, probably 7 words. Other is also 7 words. 7 words, 2 sentences, probably 10 plus words. Another 2 sentences, a big one, and I'm going to use this template. The lecture gives important key points and relevant information about lengthy template. In the beginning, the speaker explained about, later, speaker mentioned about, here the speaker was ideally pointing at the fact that. In conclusion, the lecture briefly discussed or explained that. So it's going to be a little lengthy template. Can I still use it and get more marks? Let's check it out. I'm just opening this particular question. You guys can try doing this. The audio is very short. Once the audio finishes, I will resume and show you how to do it. Alright, so we have 10 seconds. I'm gonna skip it and start speaking. The lecture gives the important key points and the relevant information about, we are going to be talking something called the Barnum effect. In the beginning, the speaker explained about, you might not have heard of it before. Later, the speaker mentioned about cracked open a fortune cookie in a Chinese restaurant. Here, the speaker was ideally pointing at the fact that it refers to the tendency of people to accept weak statements. In conclusion, the lecture briefly explained that we are going to be talking something called the Barnum effect. I've spoken for 25 seconds. Should be more than enough. Anything around 22, 23 or 25 to 30 should be more than enough, as long as you give some lengthy sentences. See that the context is 6. So it's not the templates. If you want, you can make it even more lengthier. It's not going to give you scores. I'm going to soon prove that to you. What gives you score is the sentences that you're writing from the audio. You don't need to exactly match like you've done. If you can match, it's like sure shot, 100% you'll get good scores. If you're trying to paraphrase it and write something on your own, be very careful. AI might interpret it wrong, or while paraphrasing, you might give some wrong information which was not there in the audio. So to be on the safest side, this is the best method that for sure you have to get it. But if you cannot write exactly as it is, little bit you can alter it or write something on your own, but make sure you convey the same information when you're changing the words. While changing the words, if that conveys a different meaning, then you don't get the marks. Be very, very careful. Otherwise, this method still works even with lengthier templates. Remember, it's not the template that is giving you the scores, it's the content that is giving you the scores. Template is just giving you the push. Your car engine is not getting started. Engine is the content. Template is that person who comes from outside and gives you the push. Now we will use another template where we say the lecture talked about. In the beginning, the speaker explained keywords such as, later speaker mentioned keywords such as, here speaker continued to talk about more keywords such as, in the end speaker said more information about keywords such as. Each probably keyword I'll put one word and have the keyword study. I'm going to speak about Barnum effect, cookie, Chinese restaurant, explained before, tendency, people, statements, astrology, or I can add personality quizzes, one or two more words. We'll just put this to test and see what marks do we get. I'm just restarting it, and probably once the audio ends we'll just trim till that part and start with it. Alright, end of audio. We'll just wait for 10 seconds. I think I can skip it. We'll start. The lecture talked about the Barnum effect. In the beginning, the speaker explained keywords such as cookie, Chinese restaurant. Later, speaker mentioned keywords such as explained and before. Here, speaker continued to talk about keywords such as tendency and the people. In the end, speaker said more information about keywords such as statement, astrology, personality quizzes, and pseudoscience. I've given so many words, not just one or two, probably more than 15 to 18 words I would have given. See, the context is not more than 3. Definitely meaning 50%. Out of 100 you're getting 50. Out of 90 it's 45. Don't think, oh, 3 is a good score. Out of 5, 3 could be a good, which is probably 65%. Out of 6, right now it is 6. It is not 5. Out of 6, 3 is a very bad score. Meaning 50% marks gone. And if context is 3, even though you got fluency 5, context is 3, marks will go down. That's how the entire mock test has been developed. That's how it would be in the main exam. This is not the right way. What is the right way? Whatever the templates that you want, you use. Ensure some 4 sentences or at least 8 small phrases, small 5 to 6 words, or 4 to 5 words, 4 to 5 words, 4 to 5 words, 4 to 5 words. 8 phrases, 7 to 8 phrases, or little lengthy 4 sentences will ensure you get 6 out of 6 for the context and get your dream score of 88 in your speaking. The next is respond to situation. Here as well, people try to fool the software. We will just put that to test. This is the kind of template I'm going to talk about. Situation is about, we will put that one line, one sentence, we will speak proper sentence with respect to the situation, with respect to the question. Rest all some generic sentences. Firstly, it was very impressive that I had to check multiple things before I had to say this. Then I must admit it was very crucial to understand how difficult it becomes under such circumstances to deal with situation and come out victorious. Last but not the least, this not only helps me weigh the pros and cons of the topic, but also get full insight into the fundamentals of the nature, which is indeed truly beneficial. This is what I'm gonna put to test. Let's open a particular question and just see if I do this, how much marks do I get? Let's start.
Your manager assigns you a report due by Friday, but you need more time due to additional research required. How would you professionally ask for an extension?
Alright, I'm just skipping. The situation is about requesting a deadline extension. Firstly, it was very impressive that I had to check multiple things before I had to say this. Then I must admit it was very crucial to understand how difficult it becomes under such circumstances to deal with the situation and come out victorious. Last but not the least, this not only helps me weigh the pros and cons of the topic, but also get full insights into the fundamentals of the nature, which is indeed truly beneficial. I was just speaking something which do not make any sense. Let's see how much marks do we get in the exam. 1.2 out of 6. It's like out of 100 probably you're getting 25 to 30. Correct? This is what it's gonna be in the exam as well. And if software detects some anomaly, then it will probably, most probably can raise it for human review. But what I personally feel, there may not be human review, software itself can give low scores. I myself have coded this. Pearson is a great company. We all grew up studying Pearson books. If you are from computer science or electronics background, they are very smart people. They can implement it like this. Correct? So there may not be a human review. The software itself can be coded to detect anomalies and give very low scores like the one we have done. We have tested this in the exam. The marks were low. Don't risk it. Don't try to fool the software, don't try to trick the software, give your best, then only the marks will come. It's a fair exam, provided you are trying to be fair. You try to trick, then you always feel that exam is biased. It is not correct. It is giving marks to my friend, it is not giving marks to me. All these things will come. You try to be very fair, try to give the best output, enhance your speaking skills, understand what has to be done, what strategy that needs to be used, and then implement it in a best way possible. You will get that 88, 100%. 100%. Yes. The next is summarize. Group discussion, it follows the same strategy of Retell lecture. Use whatever the template you want. There are 3 speakers. Each speaker give me 4 big sentences. You implement this, you have to get 6 out of 6. Even if you cannot give 4 statements per person, per speaker, you can give 3 or little bit small sentences, at least some 10 to 12 on an average of between 10 to 12. Little lengthy sentence you try for summarized group discussion. You end up getting 6 out of 6 for the context. You try to trick, then it starts reducing to probably 3 out of 6, 2 out of 6, 1 out of 6, even in some cases 0 out of 6. Be very careful. Alright, I really hope this was an informative content. If you believe the same, like, share and subscribe and leave your valuable comments in the comment section. With this, I'm gonna park the video here. This is Nakul and AKUL. Nakul signing off from SKILLS PTE. Soon we'll be back. Till then, take care. Bye-bye. Thanks much.